Yeah,
And that
correct.
was one of our main goals, is not to be, so closed off in the trucking community, but we wanted to branch out to every blue collar community in all of America, including we do have members in, a trucking community in Sweden and Ireland and Australia, all members of this Discord as well.
Yeah,
Correct.
and I mean that is a good reach, Um, and I hope to see this go way further. I really will. I'll be with it for the long haul. Um, until you guys get rid of me.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get ready
Don't get
anytime
I'm
rid of
soon.
nobody. We don't get rid of nobody unless you come in starting drama, because we just don't do the old drama scene.
and that's some of the things. I do see a lot of drama. I've been in a lot of podcasts, been in a lot of clubs. I do see the drama. And you're gonna have it. I know you
Oh, you
are,
will.
but
Yes.
it's how you can control it. But I think opening to all this, I think it will your drama will kind of be down dissipated. Um, it won't be as bad as some of these others because you're not really having a whole bunch of say truckers and everybody's gonna be, oh well, I'm better than this, better than that. No, it's gonna be versatile. You know,
Correct.
And speaking on that, yeah, there is a lot of groups that think because they've been doing it for so longer, much longer than everybody else, where they know it all, and you need to listen to them. Well, however, we're a group where you can come to us at any single time, whether we're just joking around in a chat room or whatever it is. You can come and ask any question at any given time and get solid advice. We are not a group that wants to say, hey, my truck is bigger because I drive a W900. We are not that type of group.
Correct.
yeah. And that's good. Nobody's pissing over everybody's cornflakes. We're all
Exactly.
equal.
But we will have those John Deere versus Case. We will have a few Pete's versus Kenworths. We'll get a small
There's
variety of
always
that
the
in here. But
there's always a discussion on that. Yeah, absolutely, always.
I
it's all
mean,
right though.
yeah, you will. It's going to be an interesting, and we can all laugh about it. It's not going to be like, oh well, you're kicked out because we don't like that. No, it's we're all going to joke, we're all going to fight over something, but we're going to laugh about it at the end of the day and move on about it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, it's not going to be, oh, you're penalized. Um, it's just not gonna. I don't feel that way.
So as a promoter, what would you like to see happen with the brand? What is your personal thoughts on how we are heading?
Right now, as you're heading in the right direction. You're reaching out on all the major platforms. That should be. Um, I mean, I can see this going as far as maybe next year we'll be at match.
That's
We'll
the
be
goal.
maybe have we'll have the bigger audience. Um, we have Iowa 80 coming up. We have semi casual coming up. We have all these shows coming up that we can promote out bigger. We could grow, as I say. It's just gonna take. It's not gonna happen like a beauty pageant. You're not gonna be famous just overnight.
Oh no, no,
Um,
no, definitely not.
it's gonna have to be in baby steps. Um, and people think, oh, well, I'll do a podcast and I'll get 100 million views. No, it's
No.
going to take, if everybody that joins, hey, share this with your friends, tell your friend, a word of mouth gets out faster than say Twitter, Instagram, something like that.
Correct.
I have found that more effective than going on TikTok Live and saying, hey, come and join this, at this time. Because people just tend to skip over it. They're like, oh, they don't want to hear it. They're just going through finding something that interests them. So finding something that catches the people is the main thing. You got to find that one thing that catches their eye or catches their attention straight out of the blue. And you're heading in that direction, you really truly are. And it's I think this can get big, honestly.
And speaking on Iowa 80, coming up in July, now we have plans to do some things there. I'll bring up another guest here shortly. We can talk about that. But we do have some plans in motion to do something at Iowa 80 show. We just don't know quite yet what it's all going to entail. I do not think that we're going to be renting a booth, but we are going to be more out in the parking lot at this point.
Okay.
I don't think that there's really any booths to rent at Iowa 80. It's nothing. There's no real truck show out there that's based off of mats.
Unless you're on the inside. Like I have a booth on the inside, but I sell my product there. So it's kind of like okay, I already have my foot in the door kind of thing,
Yeah.
If you know somebody, you know somebody, and that's how you get in.
Yeah. Gotcha. And I don't want to, I don't want to be above the crowd, but in something like that, it kind of helps.
For sure.
But no, I will be at Iowa 80. I will be with several different, competitors. I have to promote their stuff, just like normal. Like, I know you guys were around and, you barely see me. If you see me in the trade show, I was at one booth to another booth to another booth to another booth. I'm like a jumping jackrabbit everywhere.
Yeah, we did see you moving around a lot.
I did a total of 65 miles in the 3 days.
There was definitely a lot of walking involved into that show.
So you walked 65 miles in 3 days.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
In the 3 days. And my voice is still the same way. Because, you can't just stand at a booth. I have found that less effective than anything. You're going to get a few people, but you're really not going to catch their attention unless you're out there just tracking them down, I come from the military, so my voice just it'll scare you, but I'm going to get your attention.
Any more questions for this, Leprechaun?
No, I don't think so. Is there anything else you want to add there, sir?
No, I mean, we'll just keep going and going until we get where we need to be. I mean,
exactly. One day at a time.
Like I said, with everything in the world today, we all need that one place where we can go and just let loose and express our feelings.
I do have a website coming up we're in the process of building. It will have interactions and chats and all kinds of good stuff on there. It'd be like a mini Facebook almost. Oh shoot! I forgot to plug my computer in. But there's a lot of things coming.
And our
Some
website,
merch and all kinds
Yep.
of stuff
And
we're
I have a
working on.
website. I have a website for myself. That will, if you want a promoter, you go on there. It's still being built too. So everything is in works.
Yes, it is.
and when when our website gets up and running, we will have contact information so somebody can get to us pretty quickly if they want to ask questions.
Gotcha.
Well, we'd like to thank you for your time today, sir. I really appreciate coming on stage and talking with us a little bit.
Oh yes, anytime. I'm actually getting ready to get out and do my hands dirty here. I got to load up these windmill blades. So the crane showed up finally.
Well, good. Just in
Right.
time, huh?
Yep. I was like, yay.
Well, we thank you for
All
your
right,
time,
guys.
sir,
Have a
and
good one.
we will talk at you later.
Later.
Have a nice one. Be safe.
You too.
Don't have too much fun.
So now that we're here with another guest, and something got brought up about Iowa 80 with the last guest, and we do have plans to be at Iowa 80 with a whole big group of us. And can you give me some of the ideas that you have? First
So
off,
far,
how long? How long? Introduce yourself, please. I'm sorry.
So I've been a flatbed driver for about 4 years. I've done a little van and reefer for at least a year in that. I'm gonna be helping try and plan all this. We hope to get everything hooked up and on the go. Matt's was very good this year. That's my first big truck show, to be honest. Um, it was, some things were a little unorganized, but for first, it wasn't too bad. A lot of walking. We want to do better and be to where we can have our own little hangout. Come by, hang out with us, sit and talk. You know, have food available if we're able to do that, but that'll be more details as it gets closer and in the planning. So
Okay. Besides trucking, do you have any other blue collar experience that you have done?
I've done a little bit of everything. I've done ranching, I've done construction working, I've helped my dad build his own house off and on through the years. My grandfather did a lot of handyman work, painting as well. I've done a little bit of welding and cutting. I I've done a little bit of everything, and if I haven't, I try to figure it out and I want to learn.
What do you see inside this group that you like? What is your goal for being inside and with Leprechaun Mountain View?
I like everyone how respectful they are and how we just get along. Yeah, some people are going to clash a little time to time, but we still work through it and understand, and we don't get all up in our feelers about things. So, you know, I don't really have a goal at this time. I just try to help whenever, if you need something, I try to help out, and if it doesn't work and that's not your vision, then I completely understand. And if I'm not able to help you, I will find a way to find some help to make whatever it is, however you want this to do. I just try to get it done.
Understandably so.
um,
So, what is the brand, and what does it mean to you?
For me, it's a way for us to all come together. And if, someone is new in the blue collar industry, we can talk about it. We can, learn different trades, and figure out just kind of what works for us. And if we're able to do that, I come from a extensive background of, it doesn't matter whether you're a female or a male in whatever industry it is, you pull your pants up and you get your hands dirty and you just try to do it the right way, safe, right, and make sure that everything is done, whatever you're doing, up to whatever you need to do, code compliance, that kind of situation.
It's a nicotine, caffeine, and give it the old go.
Oh, that is a definite must.
Where would you like to see the brand in 5 years?
Sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. I mean, I in 5 years' time, if we can get as big as even some of these big TikTokers or big radio hosts or something, that's great. However, I mean, it's just a little step at a time, really. I mean, as long as we get, we're getting our foot in the door. So, we got to start out small and work our way up the ladder. So I hope that in 5 years, maybe we can make that happen, but I honestly don't plan that far ahead because there's a lot that can change in 5 years. So let's just
Absolutely.
hope for the best and a little at a time.
Absolutely. Well, anything
Do you have
else?
anything else you'd like to add?
I'm honestly pretty good.
Speaking,
That's mostly what I wanted to say and
speaking about
answer.
Mats and Iowa 80 and all these other truck shows, I would like to start going
Mhm.
to some of these other shows, in the other industries and getting our name out, because that's really going to help us grow and prove who we are.
Okay.
Exactly. We'll have to get to the other blue collar shows, otherwise, we're just looking as a trucking company, trucking Discord or trucking group instead of a full blue collar group.
Correct. So we will have to work on that as well. But it's all going to unfold here in the near future. Anything else?
I'm pretty good.
Who's next? Is next? Who wants to come up to the stage next? Come on, don't be shy.
Are y'all able to take me off the stage because I have to go get loaded?
Let's see. I don't know if I can do it on here or not. How the heck do I do it on the computer side? Nick, you wanna? Let's see, it's not letting me. How the heck do I do it on this side? Apparently, Nick has left the chat as well.
No, sir, I'm still right here.
I can't figure
I
out
have
how
just
to.
brought up Maverick.
Okay, there we
There's
go.
Maverick. How are you doing today, Maverick?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
all right. How about yourself?
We're
Hey,
doing
I'm
pretty dang
figuring it
good.
out. Yeah, there we go. All right, Maverick. So, give us a little rundown on who you are and your background.
Well, I go by Maverick on the radio. My actual name is Chris. I've been around the trucking industry my whole life. All I know is blue collar, backbreaking work, getting my hands dirty. I drove box trucks for 8 years in hot shot, and then worked my way up to semi. Um, I've done electrical work. I've helped out in the woods logging. Uh, I know I've got a little bit of mechanical knowledge with my dad being a diesel mechanic. I've all I know is open deck work as far as the trucking industry. All I've done is step deck. I'm trying to work my way up to RGN and then eventually get up to multi-axle heavy haul.
Very nice, very nice. Nothing wrong with a little wide load now and then.
Nope, and I'm also a Marine Corps veteran.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yes,
What
sir.
what was your job description in the Marines?
I was supposed to end up going to school to be a tracked vehicle repair, which means I would have worked on tanks, amphibious assault vehicles, uh, dozers, anything of that nature. But I messed up my knees during boot camp, and they didn't catch it till my second phase of training, which it caused me not to be able to pass the run portion for physical fitness testing. So they gave me a medical discharge, which the reason my knee is screwed up is something they should have caught when I first enlisted, and they didn't because of the fact I only have an ACL. I do not have both the ACL and MCLs. I was born without that metacarpal ligament.
Oh, okay. So this was not from an injury or accident in your younger days. It's just the way you popped out.
Exactly. There was no evidence of me ever having a MCL from what I've been told.
Well, that's kind of like putting together a car or bookshelf or something, and you always have parts left over, and then you just say, "Yeah, whatever, we don't need it."
Right.
So you being new, you just joined last night. How do you feel about the brand?
So far, I like the brand. I like what it stands for. I'm all about trying to help bring the old school ways of trucking back and not just trucking, but the whole blue collar industry in general, to where, you had that family mentality where everybody helps each other
Correct.
regardless of experience, and
Correct.
you pass your knowledge on to somebody else if you know something, if you have knowledge in what they're asking about.
Correct. That is my goal as well. You go to some of these truck stops and you watch um these newbies out here trying to back in, and you got somebody out there recording them instead of helping them. No, that's uncalled for.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, we all have our days where we can't back up for crap. Point proven me yesterday trying to back in next to Nick, but that's beside the point.
Well, you should just spit on it.
Yeah, right? Well, I'm used to having the axle spread out, and I had them closed up for a better turn radius. And yeah, I got to learn how to drive all over again with them closed up like that.
So do you have any other thoughts, questions, concerns about who we are, who we're trying to become, what you would like to see in the future?
Not really. I mean, I plan on going to Iowa 80. So I'll be there. I've got a couple other truck shows I plan on doing throughout the year. I know one of the ones I'm planning on doing is one of the biggest ones on the East Coast, and that is the one for Large Car Magazine in Rafine, Virginia.
Where's that at? White's?
Yes, it is.
When
At
is
the
that?
Petro there. October 15th and 16th, I believe it was. I've got the flyer in the back. I'll look it up. Look at it once I get done for the day and everything.
Okay.
Well, please share that with the group so that way we know. That way we can see who we coordinate to be there.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Yeah,
this was my first time going to Matt's.
It was your first time?
And yeah, this was my first time at Matt's. I did G-Bats back in September last year, and that was a clusterfuck and a half.
You mean
What's the F word,
GATS?
please, sir? No, G-Bats.
Do what now? Yeah, guilty by association, which is in Joplin every other year.
Oh. Yeah, I heard that one
Like
was...
this year it's the Trucker Jamboree, and that's all it is this year.
Yeah.
Put on basically by the same company that owns Iowa 80.
Yep. Yeah, between Mother Nature and then they had all the big TikTokers like Bob and Deb and Brandon Goes Trucking and a few others. Had them over there near 4 states, but they were in a freaking mud pit.
That's what I heard. Me and Brandon Goes Trucking talk all the time, and it rubbed him the wrong way where he's not going to go back to another show.
Yeah, that's happened with a lot of people.
This was my second time going to Matt's. I really wanted to go to the GATS, but I guess they're no longer doing that. The one in
I know
Dallas.
Labor Day weekend, my company puts on a show up in Iowa, and that's No Coast Large Cars.
Okay. Is that so? That's awesome. That's another show that I know I'll be able to make.
Yeah.
Sorry about my exit for a few seconds. I had to do, things for my job and all that.
Yeah.
So
what's on your mind, Nick?
I lost it, sir. I lost it.
Oh, okay.
So Maverick, what brought you to this group, and how did you end up hearing about the group, and what kind of things do you look for in a group that you're trying to be a part of?
Well, what brought me to the group was you and Eve talking about it and everything. I had no clue about it till this weekend when I heard y'all talking about it. And, it just seemed like it would be a good fit for me. And talking to the Leprechaun a little bit last night and everything, it just seemed like it was a good fit and that I would get along with everybody. And we all have a similar mindset when it comes to the blue collar industries.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Now, I do know that there's a lot of drivers that were on Channel 19 and a bunch of other platforms that was all got way out of control and out of hand, I guess. So they don't want to come over here. What would you tell them about how Discord is compared to, say, Channel 19 and how we operate? I don't know if you were ever on any of those other platforms before, but
In 1/4 mile, turn right on South
I've been
Belmont
on
Avenue.
Discord. I've been on Facebook Messenger because I used to belong to a group that a lot of people can't stand. And to me, Discord is one of the easier ones to deal with and operate. I know it's going to be conflict of interest for some people
yeah,
and whatnot, and I get that, but it's a place to come in, unwind, vent, rant, rave, bitch, moan, complain, have fun,
Talk
and just,
crap.
talk trash.
And look, like
And
we as a
everything.
group do not care if you are part of another group, another organization at all. We are not
Right.
asking people to be exclusive to us. We are not here to say, oh, you can't go join that group because you're in our group. No, that's not who we are. We frankly
Right.
don't really care how many groups you're in or what you're a part of. All we ask is that you don't take business from our group and put it in somebody else's group. Other than
we
that,
don't want to
we
hear their
have
business
very
either.
similar. Exactly. And other than that, we have very minimal rules. Just be respectful around here, and that's all we ask you to do.
And,
Yeah,
that's the way it should be.
correct.
This is America. All of us are free to do whatever we dang well please. Within the confines of what our government tries to tell us we can and can't do.
Well, I mean, we still have
But
to follow Discord rules and regulations, but they're pretty open too, so
Exactly. And, it's not monitored like uh, Facebook chats are, where you
or
say certain
TikTok.
things and you say certain things and you'll get a whole chat shut down.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Thank you.
Russ, what's up, buddy?
Anything else you would like to add at this point in time?
No, sir, that would be about it.
Well, we thank you
Fantastic.
for
It was
your
great to have
time,
you on the stage with us.
and if there's anything else
Yes,
you need,
sir.
you know where to find us.
Yes, sir.
Mr. John Wick, how are you, buddy? Would you like to come up on stage? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Pretty good.
We're doing all right. So we've been
Would
sitting
you
here
like? Would you
talking
care to
about the
introduce?
brand.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
But what again?
We've been sitting here talking about our brand that we are building and the server and the Discord and how everybody feels
out
about
in the world.
about how everybody feels about us so far and what they would like to see happen in the next, in the future and possible changes and all that stuff. You are live on a podcast right now.
So please introduce yourself and how you are in the blue collar industry.
My name is Russell Courier, John Wick. I've been an OTR driver for 15 years. Recently left a big name company, went to a smaller company, became a local yard dog, and run 4 days a week.
Okay.
How does our Discord meet your standards?
Meets them good enough to me. I mean, I'm not on it like everybody else is, so
I know.
But what keeps bringing you back? If you're not on it like everybody else is, but you do pop in quite a bit. So what is one of the main things that keeps bringing you back to pop in over here?
That I'm not 100% sure.
He's like, the hell with you guys. You threw me in a spotlight. I wasn't ready for it.
I haven't woken up enough yet for this crap.
Oh, no, he's been awake. So we are, as you know, we're building a brand, a blue collar brand for the blue collar in all industries. We're not specific to just trucking. We got multiple sites we're working on. We got a website we're working on. We're starting the podcasts. We are trying to get ourselves known out there. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the Discord group, I mean, I've been with you, Leprechaun, for hell since you started. So, I mean, it's been good. There's been ups and downs no matter what. There's still going to be issues with people bad talking and not paying attention to the actual rules, but you can't just delete the bad people. Unfortunately, it's like one bad apple ruins the whole bunch, no matter what you do and what you say.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But with a wider range of industries that we are trying to promote to, there won't be as much I'm better than you kind of thing. Because you have loggers, you could have oil and gas. Now, them guys we got to worry about. They got that big energy. But, you're not going to have 200 truck drivers, so I'm better than you. I've been driving longer than you. I can do it better than you. You know what I mean? It's going to be versatile group. We're trying to get out to everyone. So, you ever listen to any podcasts or have any big name followers you like to follow? And they're all specific to one industry, correct?
Oh, there's multiple podcasts I listen to. That's all over the spectrum, though. Unfortunately, I do listen to a lot of the Carson Tucker podcasts, as you know. Fox News podcasts. The Hodge Twins podcast.
Okay, but
they,
let me rephrase my question here. See, those guys a lot of those are more political, right? So they're talking to a political-based fan group. And I have nothing wrong with that. But if you listen to some of the other podcasts, we were at the truck show over the weekend, and there was like 6 or 7 podcasts there. Those guys are nothing but trucking podcasts. Have you ever come across a podcast that was specific to the blue-collar working man, besides political and besides religion?
No, I have not.
So how do you feel about being the part of the first brand that is built and designed for the working people?
I'll have to see how it goes, and it's going to be interesting.
Like I said, we're working on websites. We're out on TikTok. We're out on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. We got to start doing more videos on. I got to start doing more videos on TikTok. We got a link tree that links everything together. We're designing. We're in the development of music for the intro and the exit to the podcast. And we are working on a brand so we can have merch as well. River Rat's not going to come in here right now.
Maybe not. I'm just trying to find other people to talk to. That's all. At this time, do you have anything more you'd like to add?
Any suggestions? No? Any tips? Any hints? Any ideas that you might have for the brand?
At this time, no. I won't. Until I think of something. I don't know off the top of my head, so.
I am sorry to put you on the spot, sir.
We definitely would like to thank you for your time up here, though.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
If you have nothing else, then we will get at you in a little while, and we'll talk later.
All right, then.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mr. Norwegian, would you like to come up and say a few? Oh, okay. He's already up here.
Hello, sir. How are you doing this great day?
I'm doing all right.
Good. We are doing a podcast today about our brand and what we are and what we're trying to do and who we're trying to reach. Could you please give us your insight of your background in the blue collar work?
Well, I'm a Norwegian truck driver, as you see. I'm from Norway. Driving.
Is he quiet on your end?
Norway and Sweden. I hope
What did you say?
Is he really quiet on your end, Nick?
No, he's not. I can hear him loud and clear. So proceed, sir.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm driving a cab over truck. Hauling about 130,000 pounds sometimes.
Okay.
As I said, driving east-west, Norway, Sweden.
Is driving over in Norway, Sweden different than it is driving in America?
I will think so. Just that you have a little better suspension compared to your suspension, maybe. Your trucks is maybe more louder. Our trucks are a little more quieter. Not so much straight pipes. Based
And what do you
also rules and
go ahead?
regulations.
So, how do you like our band so far? What do you like about being part of this group? And do you have any comments or suggestions?
Now, this is the first time for me that been on a podcast.
Well,
I'm
welcome.
fresh.
Leprechaun, do you have any questions?
Sounds like Leprechaun.
What does this brand, this Discord, this whole everything that we're building mean to you? As being a foreign
podcast?
And not just a podcast. I'm talking about Leprechaun Mafia, the blue collar way of life. For you being a Norwegian truck driver, being in here, a Norwegian blue collar worker. How do you feel about everything that we are doing?
Well, I would say that truck driver is the most important job, no matter how you turn it. Sometimes very ungrateful job, but as a fellow truck drivers, we do what we can do. We can try to keep the country rolling away. Not rolling away, but you know what I mean. Keep on rolling.
Well, yeah. There's the blue collar people is what keeps this world spinning. Doesn't matter what industry, farmers, food, truckers, we transport the food, construction people, they build the world, and that's what we're trying to be. We're not just trying to be another trucking Discord. We're not trying to be just another trucking brand. We're trying to hit all of blue collar, right?
Right, because if you look at it, you can go from the mills, they're blue collar, to we have to ship it to the construction companies that are building it, or any other industry. Every blue collar industry is so connected, because without each other, we can't make this world continue to spin.
Correct. You got the
People
first
don't realize
responders,
that
you got
truck driver is more important.
there's just so many lists out there that we could cover. We're not trying to be
Exactly.
just based on one industry.
That's true.
Do you have anything you'd like to add today?
Yeah. And join the Discord to have more friends from other countries. Fellow truckers.
Absolutely.
That's right. We got a truck driver from Sweden, or I think Jägermeister's Sweden, right? Yeah, he's Sweden.
Yeah.
I got you in Norway. I think that there was one from Australia in here somewhere, and he just dipped.
We got a member from Ireland.
We do. So, yeah, I mean, blue collar is worldwide. It doesn't matter what country you're from.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Well, sir, we'd like to thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
We'll
Thank
talk
you,
at
sir.
you in a group. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for enlightening us. You have a great day.
Yeah, thank you. Talk to you later, guys.
At this time, there doesn't seem to be any more speakers. So what do you have to add, Leprechaun?
Well, we just got to keep plugging away and got to keep promoting our stuff. And anybody who makes TikToks or any other social media posts, I would like to encourage you to put hashtag at Leprechaun Mafia. See if we can get some new followers that way as well. We just got to keep doing this thing one day at a time. Chasing that pot of gold, one shift at a time, buddy. I really like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do I. It's a good one, that is for sure. Well, I'd like to thank you for your time today, Leprechaun. We have covered a lot of things today, and at this point, I really don't have anything to add. I just want to thank everybody that has decided that they would like to come up and talk and explain a little bit about what they do. I thank you for taking the time to set up the podcast today so we can get started on this. And with that, I just be safe, everybody, and we'll talk back at you soon.
Correct. You all have a great day and keep that dirty side down. Leprechaun Mafia, out.